For some context as to what is going on, they announced finally the characters we are getting for the collab. Alright. Aigis, it's an SR. 500k views, by the way, on the post. Then we're getting Yukiko, SSR. 280k views on the post. And the second SSR is gonna be Makoto, getting 315k views on the post. Now, why is the English side getting way more views on the SR post? Because people are mad that they choose specifically this character to represent this persona. I don't even know what persona she belongs to. I don't play Persona. Okay, let's get out of the way. To represent this game while being an SR character. Now, we'll check the comments on a moment, but there are two sides. People complaining that why she's an SR character, because she's gonna be useless, and people who are saying it's better to not get 3 banners. Both are right. The problem is, when we talk about NIKKE specifically, if you get...
also complaining BTW.
Yes, both Japanese, Korean sides are complaining. Japanese are being a bit more polite, but complaining. Korean side is like a 50-50 in between, and then we have the English side, which is usually the one who bitches the most about everything. Not complaining or saying, I'm saying, okay, it's how it works usually. But the problem on NIKKE specifically, because in other gachas it might be different, so you guys understand this. In NIKKE, SR characters are completely useless. And we're not talking about like a little bit, no, they are dead weight. They are never used unless you are a new player who has nothing else. But for anyone else, they are completely useless characters. The only one who you might be seeing some usage is Anis, again for PvP as a battery until you get more characters. But even Anis has been completely replaced from that. So they are useless. Now, some people are saying, well, instead of making her an SR, right, let's make her a free SSR. And I would agree. But the problem with NIKKE, once again, is that every single free SSR we've gotten in the game, it's also absolute trash. And I really mean it. Like, if we go here and we showcase like the amount of characters that are on the tier list at a lower rating, at a T4, T5, it is a lot of characters. And in here, I'm not even including the SR characters, but are all of the free SSRs as well. So free SSRs or a free SR, it doesn't matter, because she was doomed to be completely useless from the get-go. The only good characters we got for free, which we were talking about this earlier, and again, good is a big word. The only useful characters early on we got for some players, depending on the roster, were a small white, because she could carry you early on. It was a nice DPS for a new player. For most people actually building iron characters, you would not really be bringing her, but again, at least it was decent.
Watch out, mouth talking about Chime.
Chime is cope, okay? As someone who has Chime build, Chime is cope. I'm saying, I reroll my crown to be a DPS, to be elemental attack. I fully invested into both of them. It does not work, alright? It is cope. Can she deal decent DPS? Yes. Are you better off bringing a normal DP3? Absolutely. Absolutely, alright? Avistar was actually useful. That's even more copium than Chime. Just saying. The only other semi-useful character we got for free was actually the one who is getting shafted for the 4th anniversary. Once again, if our Chinese bro is right with the leaks. And if I can, okay, let's write here, because if not, we're gonna be 30 hours. It's actually Rapunzel, because for new players, if they had nothing else, the burst was enough to be bringing her. Because at level, you know, if you bring this to level 7 at least for a new player, you're getting 13% attack damage, which is useful. It's not a fantastic character, and you have to manual her because you need to actually be switching between holding and fast attacks. But just for the burst was a bit useful. But only those two. Everything else is completely useless if it's free in NIKKE, and that's why people are complaining. And it's, again, in my opinion at least, it's kind of justified. You do a collab and there's always a character that it's dead weight, and you might be thinking, oh, but it's better that I'm getting 3 banners. Yeah, you know what would be better? Using the fucking characters you like on a video game instead of having it there taking fucking dust for 5 years. Okay, so I am on the side that believes this character should be either a free SSR that is useful or just directly not be in the game. Because why the fuck do you want an SR that you will never use? But that's me, okay? Maybe I'm an old man. Take that back, Pascal is T0. So, From the get-go, Aigis already, if you were a Persona fan and you were joining the game because of her, you are not playing already. Or most people are like, okay, I'm not interested because I cannot use her. She literally will be, having zero usage from now until 5 years. So people are in the comments complaining a little bit. Let me reload this to see if we can see some of the comments. SR unit. I don't know Persona characters, I've never played the games, but it seems like you fucked up. Let's go then. And to everyone that's saying, oh, but EVA 3 banners had backlash. Evangelion had no business being in NIKKE at all. Not only did the revenue show it in the first time, it showed the second time. Okay, this is true. Evangelion like flopped on the first collab and it flopped on the rerun too. And they actually tried to shield 4 banners, actually 5 banners. There was 3 SSRs on one of them. Persona was heavy on the promo of 3 characters, making 1 SR is just a bad decision. We'll never know like the decisions or like the business side of Shift Up, because that's always gonna be something they know they don't share, but it's what it is. Why are you making Aigis and SR? Seriously, how do you ruin every single collab you have? You have given us free SSR units before. Okay, like I said earlier, even if they make it a free SSR, it doesn't matter, it's just gonna be useless either way. Because there is not a single good free SSR character that we currently use in any endgame content whatsoever. You could have just easily made her an SSR and gifted her for free or any of the others. This series needs to be fixed. Also, I think they did a couple good collabs. If we're talking about like Stellar Blade and also about Nier, they have good fan service. I think those were pretty nice, no? But at least to me, they were the best collabs they've done. Well, I was hoping for her to be on the game and that happened, thank you. A character like her being SR doesn't feel fair at all. She had great important relevance to the plot, reasons to be close to the MC, not to mention her own DLC as MC. Where's the deserved recognition? Okay, so there is a lot of... You cannot make everyone happy in the situation, regardless of what you do. Because some people might like her, some people might prefer a different character, maybe a different character was the SR, or maybe someone else was, the free unit, whatever it is. Wasn't Yoko Taro who had to tell them to make the free 2B gas skin? I don't know. But Nier, even with the base designs, were pretty good already to begin with. So regardless if it was Yoko Taro or not, that's one of the best colors we've gotten, just because of the fan service. I think you all might have miscalculated on this one. I appreciate not having 3 SSRs you need to pull. Good. But Aigis is a very popular character, and her being bad will turn people away who otherwise might have tried the game. I think that is the only reason to actually complain. A lot of people who might wanted to play the game for her might just not even download the game. Why would you download the game when you know the character you like is just dog shit? Again, automatically Aigis is a T5 character. Well, she doesn't even go into the tier list for being an SR character. That's how bad lower rarity units are in NIKKE, right? And we already know that if she was a free SSR, she would be T5 already automatically as well. So, sadly, I'm gonna check with that. It's not Mitsuru, it could have been the dog for all I care now. Alright. Ooh, some shade. Throw at Unison League and where NIKKE got the inspiration for their promotion material. Because if you don't know what they're talking about, NIKKE N, we go into the media tab. Okay, for the promotion, they've been doing a lot of this, which it's it's a bit inspired by the Unison League collab they had earlier this year. I think it is. Okay, earlier this year. I don't think it's that big of a deal, even more so when it comes to Shift Up, but yeah. I love this game, but there is no way I'm spending on this collab since the best character is a free start that is gonna be rotting with the other SR NIKKEs. But a free lobby wallpaper is a free lobby wallpaper. That's like the only thing, by the way, the SR characters are good for in the collabs. They usually have a pretty good background. For example, Himeno background is really good. Like an actual really good background. Same for Ram. She has a really cool background, but again, that's it. You get the background and you will never use the character you like on a video game. Some people might play only for the story and treat NIKKE as a visual novel, but if you like playing the game, that character is never gonna get any usage. So, I'm not gonna keep reading more comments. You guys can see where this is going. Some people don't care too much. A lot of people are mad. This is the highest view post from the collab so far, and it is the free SR because people are not happy with the treatment she will be getting in game. Let me know what you guys feel. If you think SR characters need a buff, spoiler, it will never happen. I don't think that they will change at this point NIKKE has been pretty consistent on not changing their ways for the better. So, but do let me know still if you were expecting Aigis to be necessary or someone else. On my previous video, I thought actually this girl was gonna be the SR character, but now Yukiko gets the SSR treatment, which there was a skin leaked for her, which makes sense that she's the SSR character. The skin looks pretty nice on a yukata. If you guys haven't seen it, it's easy to find. But actually, her skin looks pretty fine. Happy with the Phantom skin myself. The rest just a copy and out as usual to test the characters. After the Phantom, don't care too much about the collab. Let's go back to doing dailies before I get too late for Trical.